Hey gang, it's ArteDar. I'm here to just let you know that tonight I'm going to be available for ArteDar Ustream at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's going to be art play in the mixed media world. I have a few things lined up that you want to come hang out, chat with the gang, maybe win a little prize. I'm thinking about doing some spools, some decorating, some decorating on this little thing for my pens and pencils. I want to come up with some kind of spring chick on maybe this old bed spring. But besides that, I just wanted to show real quick. Friday night was my crop night with my dear friend Laurel from New Jersey. Yeah, she's so good. She's guilty, so guilty of being creative that she has an AKA. She's not only Laurel, New Jersey, but she's Scotia and a bunch of numbers after her name. But if you do YouTube, you already know Laurel. She's a dear sweetheart. Well, we were together last week, and we went out, did some Michael shopping, did some brainstorming together. She stopped by the house, and I'd given her a few of these spools. Her mother's birthday's coming up, and she's a seamstress, loves to sew. So I handed them off to her to play with. And let me show you girls what she came up with. She's brilliant. This is one of the spools, and the little spools. And it's beautiful. Let me tell you, girls, she is so creative and so talented. And this is what the, it's not only decorative to look at this way. Isn't that a cool bag? Got the bag, too. She brought this to me last night at Michael's crop. It holds a card or a photo, and it can be decorative. You can set it on your table, and it fits in there. You can use it as your display to take photographs, whatever. You know, I love it. I love it. Here's another scrap. Buddy, Candace, and myself when we went to another make and take cards and scraps. And look how cute. You can just set that in there and use that as a card display. So I'm thinking that I have plenty of spools, and I have a lot of these little wooden ones and ribbons and trims and stuff that maybe we'll get together and do a little decorating on that. Well, besides the beautiful spool card holder and this cool bag, I have an Easter egg. I have a pack of flowers from Laurel. I have the mini book chain clips that hold it together that she made, and the best gift, look at that, Lindy's. Ooh, I can't wait to play with these. I'm so excited. And yeah, it doesn't have the warm water in them yet. I just got it last night, but I'm anxious to play with these too. I understand that some of the other competing Glimmer Mist companies aren't quite as brilliant and shiny and as beautiful as these, so I'm anxious to see that. A couple more things, and then I'll let you go real quick. I have a friend on A Little Scrap of Heaven, Juanita. We had a swap. She gave me a beautiful, in my color scheme, captured fairy in a bottle, and the tag and everything, and it's our colors that I just love in my bedroom. But anywhere, actually, you can do the red, the white, and the black. And it was created by Juanita for ArteDar in March 2011. The tag says her name is Annalena. She is a very decent fairy who was captured on March 10th in the Cove of La Quinta. And her special gifts are patience and love. So I'm glad she has patience and love. She's gorgeous. And late getting hers finished and shipped to her, but I told her, I said, I hope that I don't disappoint. And this is what I did for Juanita. In her colors, she wanted pink and black and gray. Well, the gray was hard, but check this out. I looked and looked and looked until I found the perfect size little figurine, and it's probably the resin mold, but I had to alter her. I painted her dress with the Ranger enamel paints black, and I changed the color of the flowers that she's holding with smooch and with glitter, and she has a beautiful little halo, you know, because she's an angel. or a princess or a fairy. It has a key hole and key that she can get in and out. A tag. She was captured in Cape May in my secret garden near the Faeries fountain. Yeah, she was by the Faeries fountain, so I was happy to find her. It has the Prima flowers, and it has other little goodies on it, and the back has more roses and flowers and leaves and ribbons, and I just hope that she's going to enjoy this. I like the way the grapevine is like an arc. The arc around on the inside. Look at the cricket. Yeah. He escaped being locked up in the jar. But maybe Juanita has the electric cricket machine that cuts die cuts and all that good fun stuff, so she could get a kick out of that too. So there you go, Juanita. If you see this YouTube, I should have warned you not to look if you wanted a surprise, but there you go. This is a honker mayonnaise jar, the kind that they say you get 33% more free, so it's bigger than a quart. And I just think you're going to love it. At least I hope you do. There you go, darling. It's going to go in the mail on Monday. I promise. Alright. Last, I have some cards. I have an Etsy, and I haven't posted anything on Etsy in years, but I made these cards, and there's no reason for me to keep them and hoard them for myself, so I'm going to upload them into the Etsy and put them up for sale. I'm not sure exactly what price or what else is going with it, but I've gotten some really good feedback from other friends that say sell the made cards separately and sell your kits separately. Don't put the made card and the kit together. So there it has some Webster Pages flowers, some clip art that looks like found poetry. I'm ready for my close-up, my best side, and she's photogenic. This one is flowers that I made and put stickles on in purples. This is the seam binding. That doesn't belong there. But what's unique about this one, and that's the Martha Stewart punch, is that it has a little vintage bunny rabbit. I tried to find a few things to put on these cards that made them a little bit more dimensional. If you were to mail it to somebody, it would have to go out in a bubble wrap. A bubble wrap envelope, which these will. Definitely. Whomever, if anybody does buy them. It says Easter here. This is a real old dictionary page. This one has another vintage bunny on it. And it was hard for Darlene to get out her personal stash and use it, you know, instead of hoarding it. So there's another feather. The Martha Stewart Hop Hop Hop. And the very, very vintage plastic bunny. This one doesn't have anything really vintage on it, but I just think it's cool the way it has, I guess they use these on the stem of your wine glass to designate who's who or what's what. It says hop, and then it has this little metal bunny charm on it, and it's hopping around because it's so dimensional. And some flowers. I am rose. No, these are mixed. I am roses, Prima, button, seam binding that's been stained and glittered. And the last one, this is an image of a little girl. I have scrapbooks that were made in 1948 and 1949. This woman made these scrapbooks and gave them to her niece when she was real little. And the clip art that this woman found in different magazines and papers and periodicals and stuff that she cut out. She was so immaculate with all her cutting. The Borden cow, I mean, it goes way back, like I said, 1948, so the images are very vintage, and I just adore them. And it reminds me of myself, a dress that I might have worn for Easter, and Daddy would have said, you know, pose for the Easter picture, or take an 8mm movie. And this is a Prima vintage trinket that I got from Marion. I got a couple packets of her vintage trinkets, and I'm using it on this one. And there you go. Real old trims, tea-dyed crochet, Webster's Pages flower, some feathers, and the tiny, tiny little bow in her hair. So these are the cards that are going to go up on Etsy later. I hope to get them in and done at least by Monday, so that anybody who might want one can get it and use it before Easter. and my kits also. So there you go, gang. Hope to see you tonight on Ustream at 6 o'clock. We're going to do some mixed media art play, fool around with some spools and see what we can come up with. This one's stellar. It's brilliant, you know. It's just gorgeous to look at, and it's so much fun. And thank you so much, Laurel. You are a dear sweetheart, and what you made for me. That's our Laurel and me. Okay, gang. Later. Take care.